What's your baseball philosophy? What gets you so far?
And just
Why are you here?
why am I here?
How'd you get here?
Well, I think it's every kid who plays baseball when they're a kid, and their dream is to play Major League Baseball and be up in the big leagues and be a name you see on TV and everything. So, and just the love of the game. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship sometimes, but it's fun when you're doing stuff right and the team's winning. It gets you going.
Has playing professional baseball changed you in any way?
Well, I mean, it is a little different than like I said, when you're playing just as a kid. I mean, the goal. I mean, when you go up to the big club is to win the game, however it is. So whether it is just moving a guy over or something, it's not about you. It's you got to win the game, and I think that's just a change. I mean, when you're younger, it's just you're having fun. Yeah, you want to win, but you're hanging out with your friends and having fun. So I think that's one of the biggest changes.
What about privacy? Now that you're a professional player, do people know you around town?
Not so much. I mean, I know for certain guys, I mean, it's got to be a different change for them, being their faces all over. I mean, you're walking around to town, people are noticing you, whether you're out with your family or whatever it is, but nothing too far yet, so it's been okay.
Now, everybody talks about first-round draft picks, but once they get an organization, first-round draft picks are getting passed up by guys in the 50th round. Why does that happen?
Well, I mean, like I said, the team, the big club, they want to win games, and whoever can do that for them and whoever can make that happen for them, they're gonna put them up there. So I mean, when you draft someone, as a first round or a late round guy, I mean, the first rounder, you're expecting them to, well, if they're a younger guy, to turn into something, or if they're a college guy or something, that hey, maybe they're already set. But I mean, sometimes it just doesn't play out, and then you have certain guys, whether either they want it more because they were a low round draft pick, or just they just figure out something that the other guy wasn't able to figure out. So
now, spring training, when you show up, there's a ton of guys at your position. How do you handle that?
Well, with the Padres, it's great. I mean, we got guys like Yonder Alonso, Kyle Blanks, who have been there, had a few years up there, and I mean, you would think it would be more of a you'd be not bitter towards each other, but kind of a rivalry against each other. But they're good. They're telling you things that can help you out, and I mean, it's almost like, hey, you're helping me out. And I'm trying to play your position as well. But I mean, it's like I said, it's great having those guys, because I mean, they know what position you're in, and they're trying to help you as well. So it isn't really a rivalry as much as you think it was. So it was good.
Now, you talked about baseball. Baseball looks like a failure sport. You've probably been an all-star, and you may hit slumps. There's injuries going up and down the organization. Has there been a time yet that you wanted to give up baseball?
No, not yet. I mean, I've had a couple shoulder surgeries that have put me out of baseball for about a year, and I mean, it's almost humbling. I mean, you don't want those injuries to happen for sure, but it gives you a different perspective on the game. You kind of learn how much you do miss it, and I mean, you want to play this game as long as till someone tells you can't play it anymore, and never had any feelings like that. I mean, you got to enjoy it. I mean, it's fun, and you meet great guys. All these guys on your team, they're good guys. Everyone's trying to do the same thing. You know, everyone wants to make it up to the big leagues and stay up there. So,
What'd you learn about professional baseball that you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
Well, I mean, probably the biggest shock for me was minor league paychecks, and then a mixture of that and the travel. The travel, I know they say college gets you a little used to it, but it's nothing like the travel, especially here, or even any of the other leagues. I mean, you play a 3-4 game series, and you're on a 8-12 hour bus trip to somewhere, and there's nothing you can prepare for that. It's just a matter of, hey, get a little comfortable on the bus, figure out what you need to do to rest, and be ready to go the next day.
Now, once you sign a professional contract, obviously you're a professional baseball player. Was there a moment before that you could point to that you realized you were going to play professional baseball?
I mean, well, my junior year of college, I mean, I played on the national team the year before, and then I played in the Cape that previous summer, and I mean, I was in contact with numerous scouts and stuff, so I figured I was going to be drafted either my junior or senior year, and I was going to get a chance to play. And I'd swung the bat well enough, and I was catching back then, so I had a good idea I was going to get a chance. And I mean, like I said, I got injured, but I was still able to get the chance. So.
You read the sports pages, what people write about you or where you're ranked in Baseball America, stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, most of the stuff on that is either the team has prospects or something like that, where it's, I mean, it's take it or leave it. I mean, like you were saying, why does a first rounder get passed up by a 50th rounder or whatever the case? It's just, I mean, people can rank all your players and stuff like that, but you never know what's going to happen. There's injuries, there's trades, there's stuff that's completely out of your control. That I mean, you got to be at the right place at the right time most of the time, and I mean, it's worked out. So.
How do you handle the fans? People yelling and screaming at you all the time.
I mean, it is what it is. You can either take what they're saying and you can just ignore it, or you can just play with them a little bit and see how they react. But I mean, it's as you go up. I mean, there's more and more fans in each stadium. So if that's bothering you, it's not going to be a fun time for you. So it's take it or leave it. I mean, at the end of the day, they're paying to watch you play, and they're actually paying your salary. So they can say whatever they want, I guess.
How about the umpires? How do you handle the umpires?
I mean, you gotta respect them. And they're human. They're gonna make mistakes. So I mean, when they do, I mean, can't really say too much, just because I mean they're gonna make their mistakes just like you're gonna make your mistakes on the field. So.
What would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball if he came up and asked you?
Well, it's going to be nothing like you've played so far. When you got to find a work ethic that works for you, because I mean it is a business. You either get your stuff done or you don't. So if you're out there and you're putting in your work, no one's going to be telling you to work here. I mean, in high school, college, the coaches, they're hounding you, telling you everything you need to know to get ready for the game. Where here, I mean, there's a little bit, but I mean, most of it you got to take on to yourself. You got to, hey, coach, I need to get some ground balls here, or hey, I need to work on this and that. So, I mean, they have an idea of what, but I mean, they want to see you take it to heart and actually put together. So I mean, basically, I mean, you got to be self-motivated. You got to know what you need to do to get ready for the games.